Hello guys, how's it going? So, as you saw in the last video, it runs. Bit funny, but it does run. I think it just probably needs a tweak on the tune, but apart from that, probably just needs running up to temperature. The engine's been sat forever, so well, best part of 2 years, so probably just needs running up. So I've got to wait till it's a bit quieter around the building, because obviously I'm surrounded by shops and people and offices and stuff, so don't want to be starting it up and leaving it revving up and stuff. So today we're going to crack on with some jobs. I've done a list, so run some more lines for the brakes. I'm waiting on some hoses for the front calipers. They should be here this week. I can run the rear hose. Well, I can run the hoses from the front bulkhead to the caliper, and the same on the rear all the way to the caliper. So do that. PS power steering, which we're going to get mounted up today. I'll show you that in a minute. Rad weld, so I need to, where the old temperature sender was, I need to weld that hole up because I don't need it anymore. So gonna weld that up. Well, I think it was for the fans. It's the one for the fans actually. So yeah, gonna weld that up. Probably do that today. Jubilee clips. So go through. I've got loads of Jubilee clips, so we need to go through and put all the Jubilee clips on all the silicone hoses. Battery location. Need to finalise where the little battery is going to go and tidy all the wires up and run proper cables to where the battery is going to go. Bleed the clutch up. Rad air feed, so I need to make the cowl that's going to go over the radiator, which will have the hoses from the rear quarters going to give me my air feed. And an O2 bung in the downpipe, which means I'm going to have to take the downpipe off, which is a pain because I've done it so many times. So I don't know what we'll get through today. I think what I'm going to do first, get power steering motor mounted, probably do the radiator, do the Jubilee clips. I might do the O2 bung, I don't know. Might rip the downpipe off and just get the O2 bung in so I can crudely wire up my wideband, just so when it is running up to temperature I can keep an eye on air bars. So yeah, first mount the power steering. So I'll bring you over here. Let's have a look. Get you down here. So I told you about this one before. So this is a Vauxhall Astra electric power steering pump. They're quite commonly used in a lot of motorsport stuff. So I know even I think the Porsche Cup cars, they convert from the standard power steering pump on the engine to the electric one. Loads of drift boys use these. Everything. They're cheap. I paid 30 quid for that off eBay. So they're dirt cheap. So, yeah, you can't really moan. Pretty simple. If you are thinking about doing it, this might help you. So the big brown one is obviously the ground. So I'll just mount that on there. Red goes to power. And then we've got 3 cables here. Now the brown you don't need, and then you've got an all black, and then a blue and a brown, it looks like maybe. So one of these is to direct to the alternator, and one is to a 12 volt switch, basically, ignition live. So I've looked online and whatnot, most people just join these together, chuck them on, and then what you should have, if you can get it to touch, is, if you listen, takes a little while to wind up. Sounds like a jet fighter. It winds up and then it backs down and levels out. And then that's its sort of standard speed. And then take them off, and winds back down. So yeah, that's nice and simple when it comes to wiring like that. Obviously you've got your feed line and then your returns here. So all I got to do is figure out what threads are what on the Corrado power steering rack and get some hoses made to join it up. But what we're going to do is get it mounted to the car today. That's the main thing, the first thing to do. This is the original mount that comes with it. So I'm going to try and use this. I mean, because these all sit at a funny angle, it might be quite nice to try and utilise using this part. And then if we have to either sort of add and cut off some of these brackets that we don't need. It's actually going to go, I'll show you. So it's going to go, if you can see down there, it's going to rest on a light day. It's going to go about here. So I'll probably just hide it up under there, out of the way, and it's not sitting too low. So if I can get the bracket to maybe mount to the chassis up here nicely, and then the hoses will go out the back and run down to the power steering rack, and then the wiring off anywhere else. I mean, I'm probably going to put a ground straight to the chassis, and then the mains power I'll go straight to the alternator with, because it's right there. So we'll go straight to the alternator with the mains power, and then the 12 volt live, ignition live, we can go into the cab with and wire it into a, ignition live. So hopefully we'll get that done today, won't be too bad. I got my tea, that's all I need. And let's crack on. Hopefully, there was a lot of talking in the last video, which I realised after I edited it. So hopefully less talking, more work this time. Yeah, sound, let's crack on. Cheers.
Then you won't get spoken to. People only see you when you up, then they notice you. Trying to be a legend, create lines is quotable. Only the real shall last, and I only know a few. People when they feelings always acting emotional. Ain't about a check, then it ain't negotiable. Gotta show respect to the people that's posting you. Soon to be on posters posted up like the older dudes.
Now we aging like fine wine, how we supposed to do. Peep the shade on the timelines, this how I'm supposed to cool. Shit is black and white like photos from a disposable. Certain situations you ain't end up uncontrollable. All up in their head, I be so confused. I just brush it off, peep the shoulder moves. We all got the same 24, so it's no excuse. Switch it up, we could rap or produce. The things you can't have is forbidden fruit.
It seems like people love telling lies on me. They know that I'm the one, they got their eyes on me. They know I'm here to stay and I won't leave. We do this for the fans, for your eyes only. Just watch closely, bet they all gon' see. They don't f with us, but they still gon' pray. Don't talk to me, man, you gotta show me. If it ain't ISO, then it ain't in
In such isolation from all negativity. They tried over and over but can't get rid of me. We gon' do our thing until infinity. Beware the industry, please stay in control of your dignity. Yo, people fidgety, that's why they can't sit with me. They all full of bigotry, puffin' on their nicotine. Stop, please, never let another man belittle me or take away my liberty and search for positivity.
It seems like people love telling lies on me. They know that I'm the one, they got their eyes on me. They know I'm here to stay and I won't leave. We do this for the fans, for your eyes only. Just watch closely, bet they all gon' see. They don't f with us, but they still gon' pray. Don't talk to me, man, you gotta show me. If it ain't ISO, then it ain't Indies, yeah.
Big vibes. Look, I'm about my pledge. I'm decked up on blue bills, and I won't.
Alright guys, so a bit fiddly, but she's in, that's the main thing. Obviously all this bracket needs tidied up and fully welded in, but it's all tacked and whatnot. So whether or not I'm gonna you know, not sure 100% how I'm going to do it yet. Don't know if I'm going to have it filled from the top, or because I'm going to obviously plank the chassis rails just to smooth the bay a bit. Whether or not I'll cut a hole and have a filler cap for the power steering in the top there, or you know, or I'll leave it and just have it fill it with syringes underneath. Technically, once it's kind of filled, you shouldn't have to touch it. So, but yeah, I think what I'm going to do. So I've mounted it this way around purely because I want the lines at the back, and the wiring obviously can just kind of go wherever. I mean, probably going to ground it to the chassis here somewhere anyway. The power will then go sort of under to the alternator, and then these two will shoot off into the cabin. So I'm going to try the bumper just to make sure. So as it's only up there, so I'm going to grab the bumper and just chuck it on and just make sure it fits alright. Cool. Cool, check that. I can't fit it 100% bumper because I'd have to like take the bolts out, just holding the front subframe on and all that. But it clears. So that mock-up is done. It needs fully weld in, which I will do. Just fully weld it and tidy it up and make it look a bit neater. So I'm going to quickly do that and then we'll get on to the next job. Sound.
Stop it to the cash pit, look like fall leaves in the backfield. Tell her out of my face if she coming with that bull. Quick to say my piece, I'm so after school special. She brainy but them jeans looking like paint, I gotta bless her. Niggas talk a whole lot, knowing damn well they really can't press us. I notated on leaflet, I'm really up a few levels with it. Like way out the way from them, can't see me, you can't meddle with us. E&J in my Earl Grey hood bunched up with the cheese eggs and a dumb face, no stunner shade still turned up. Been had it poppin' in broad day, that's Avi. Flower child from the sun rays, but I run fade, got a punch drunk. My providence, they don't love us, they rather treat us like an animal. They wonder why we on A. Escaping shit, I'm off the cannabis. Middle fingers in tandem, going tantrum, yelling swell with a big smile.
There you go. Done, tidied up. Welded the ends up, fully welded. Yeah, looks pretty cleaned up, that dent. So yeah, nice and solid, fully welded around the top. Fingers crossed. It still fits. Now it's fully welded, probably won't, no my luck. Sounds Luke. Easier just to take the bolts off. Bada boom, bada boom. Tighten that up, tighten that up. There. There you go. Done. Nice little bracket. Right, let's hang it up. See what it looks like. There we go. She's in. Nice and solid as well. Bit of a wobble in it, but might be able to sort of get it to, I don't know, maybe put a strap round there of some sort, make up some sort of strap just to go around there, just to stop it too much. Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. There's a bit of a wobble on it, but I mean, that's me shaking it quite a bit, so don't know. I mean, it's rubber mounted as well, so the whole thing moves in that little cradle, but we'll see how it goes. We can always add to it, come off like down here or something to another mount here, just to sturdy it a little bit. But as far as it goes, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that, guys. So next on, well, actually what we'll do is we get rid of that. Boom. Right, what we're going to do is Jubilee clips. work our way to the back. When we get to the back, we'll drop the radiator out and fill the rad up. Fill the hole on the rad. Yeah, let's do that. Sound.
Young Phantom, hi mom, I'm on camera. Coming live from the mud pit, we don't take post beef for granted. I plan to keep it stress free, live and die young, I leave it on the canvases. Split up some with my better half, trade day like it's a holiday. My on dumb flame till the wheels kill, I'm on road rage. Yeah. On dumb flame till the wheels fall, I'm on road rage. I've been on a run, my third eye open. Been trying to kill emotion. Life in the slum.
What you do?
Cool. So done. All the Jubilees are on. The two like down by the bulkhead are right fiddly bastards, but got it done. So yeah, all the Jubilees on, rad's welded up, so pretty much ready to put fluid in it. So let's have a look. What we do it? That can go. That can go. Oh no, that one. Oh, rad. Yeah. Let's do it. There's a butt location, but it is bat location. Cool, I'm going to call it quits. I'm going to go home, have some food, and chill out, and I'll be back down. So next time, we will either, depending who's about in the building, we'll either run it up to temperature with some fluids in it, or we will crack on with O2 bung, brakes, and whatnot. So, sound. Cheers guys, see you in a bit. Yo! So, where are we? Yeah, it's another, I'm down here for a couple more hours. Where did we get to? Can't remember. Oh yeah, Jubilee clips done, exhaust done. I can't remember what else I was doing. What else was I doing? I can't remember. Other stuff, well I crossed it off the list now. So, what we're going to do next is wide band bun in the downpipe. So I'm going to do that before I fire it up, just so I can keep an eye on fires, because if it's sat really rich or really lean, it's only going to do damage. So rather be safe than sorry. So I'm going to rip the downpipe off and get this welded in, and then we can plug in a wide band. Sound, crack on.
You know that all I think about is you.
So, done. That went a lot quicker and easier than I thought it would. So, wide band in, nice little spot for it right there, that will lead straight into the cab, so that was pretty happy days. Yeah, that went smoothly, exhaust bolted up, perfect back up, which is mint. It literally sits perfectly on those flanges I made underneath and just bolts straight in, which I'm really happy about. There's no flexing or moving it around or anything, and it's nice and solid. and it's not touching anything, so I'm really happy considering the exhaust was a bit of a mission and I've kind of been a bit worried about it. It's actually turned out really, really good. So happy with that. White band in. Right, let's go to the list quickly. Go to the list. Can you see the list? There's the list. So O2 bone done. Right, brakes. Bingo. Got some brake lines. I need to order some more fittings to make the rest of the lines up. One that will fit this and fit onto the bulkhead fittings I've got in the car already. I think I've got enough hose left, but I'm going to double check that. Bleed the clutch. I could try. It's quite hard to do on your own. Ideally, you need someone to do the up and downy. But yeah, tidy wires, battery location, brakes, bleed clutch, rad air feed. Right, well, I will get to the rad air feed radiator sort of feed at the end of the video, and I'm going to get your opinion on something. I'm in two minds of what to do with it, but don't know yet. We'll figure it. We'll get that. I'll see what you guys think. Let me know what you think in the comments when I go through it. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to have a quick tidy up in the inside, and just because I've got the ECU off, so I want to put that back up, tidy some cables up, and I might look at the location for the other battery. This is the battery I'm going to be using. If you can see it, it's this little one. There's enough in it to crank the engine fine and run everything. Obviously I don't have electric windows and AC and all of that malarkey running off it, so hopefully this will work as just a nice little battery, kick it into life, keep it going, and obviously the alternator will do the rest. The alternator on that's actually pretty new. Well, again, like the coil pack, it's not like I've had it a while, but it's not done many miles. I remember it was on like the second time, my second turbo setup, or I can't remember, one of them on the rollers, it was coming up, it wasn't putting out enough volts, so we changed it there and then on the rollers, so it hasn't done many miles. So I might, yeah, tidy up the inside, have a look at battery location. Cool. Well, done. So, I think I might have to go for a different battery because where I want it to sit behind the passenger, it just sticks out too far. So I'm going to have to go for like a slimline race E, smaller raceline battery, if you know what I mean, like an Odyssey one or whatever, and then it will sit flatter against the back of there. Because I'm not going to run a passenger seat all the time, but I want the option to have one. So what I'm going to do is put, like I did with that one, put the rails in and mount one. I'll just have one on the side in here sort of thing to go in it when I want to take people out in it or whatever. But then if I'm ever doing track days or hill climbs or whatever it may be, I can just whip it out, and then I'll probably like make a little tray or something just to have somewhere to put stuff if I ever go on a bit of a journey with no passenger seat or something, I don't know. So yeah, I've got to make sure there's room for a passenger seat to sit and be far enough back, so I'm going to have to change the battery, which is a bit annoying. And I mess around with these AN fittings, AN line sort of got clamps, just to see if you could run the cables through it. Probably could, but I'm sure there's something better out there, which I'll have a look around, see what I can find. So yeah, I need to get a different battery. I need to get some crimps, some decent sized crimps for running it, because I want to put I need to run obviously a power to the little fuse board I've got that's got all my other stuff that isn't, you know, all my extra bits too. Yeah, that's about it. What else? What else have we done? What have I done? I checked the clutch, and I just quickly like checked it, and I think it's bled up still from when I bled it the last time. I think it's just somehow managed to stay bled, so I like topped the fluid. There's still fluid left in it, so I topped the fluid up, and it feels like there's clutch there, enough anyway, so that's good. Just messed around with gear linkage, trying to get the shifter to get into all the gears. So yeah, I'm going to call it quits with the video for now. That's what I was going to do, wasn't it? Get some opinions off you guys. So, let me move you around here. The cables will let me, should do. Right. Now. So, as you can see, so the radiator side of things. Now, my initial idea was I was going to have something like this made up that sits over the radiator. I'll have to change this, but yeah. And then I was going to build some funnels off it, and then they'd go off to the rear quarters, which would have vents coming in. So that's option A, which isn't too bad to do. It needs a bit of fiddling and a bit of modding. I'm going to have to unfortunately take this out, which I started cutting already, to make that work, but that's not the end of the world. I can just cut that out and redo it so it's set further back, probably like right behind it. Or the other option was to do stupid full race car sort of style, which was like a lot of the drift cars have. And they'll just have in their perspex a big hole that sits down and it funnels it straight over into the radiator. So mine would be obviously in the boot, so then as you shut the boot, sort of a perspex tub which is fixed to the rear screen, perspex rear screen, would come down and then just sit around these edges here and sit down and seal it off, same as like this would do. Because this I'm going to put sort of a foam padding all the way around, a thick foam padding, so when you do either put this or that on, it'll just seal around it. So there's that option. Or the other option was I just do a sheet of alley, sort of follow it like that with that contour to the edge there, to the edge there, and then up to here, and then the tubes going straight into that. And I don't know what to do. I like the idea of doing like the full rear sort of funnel through the rear screen into the rad, but I don't know. It's a lot more work. Wow. It's one of those things where I don't know if it would actually how I would go about doing it, but I could probably look up online and figure it out. Let me know what you guys think. What would you guys do? I mean, I know I'm one for, you know, I don't build my car for other people's, respect or whatever, but it would be nice to know what you guys would do in this situation, whether go for option A, B or C. Put in the comments, let me know. Tell me what you do, and then we'll see if we come together with the same idea. Sound. Right guys, I'm gonna go home, have some dinner, because it's late and it's Saturday evening. So I'm gonna go home. Sound. Cheers guys, see you in the next video. Bye.